In the Creative Museum, the visitor engages with the collection, the building, and the people to make or create something new. It's about opening up museums to new audiences and new collaborators. Creativity comes from the bottom up, and that collaboration is key. There are risks to be taken because risks produce wonderful creative processes.
When a co-creative spirit is really healthy, you have your audience approaching you and treating your institution as a facilitator of their vision. Their creative initiative is being rewarded, and you're facilitating them to have creative outputs that they couldn't without your institution.
For me, creative practice is really about bringing together people with very different backgrounds.
There are many interesting ways how you can present collections in the gallery, how you can really invite new audiences to give a new layer of understanding of their collections, a new context.
So we've started engaging with our maker community by going out and meeting them in their own hacker maker spaces. And we've decided to create a conversation around this. First of all, I suppose relationship building is really important. And then second of all is inviting our maker community into the library.
So we're going to try and make bridges that span 30 centimetres out of lollipop sticks, using some Pritt stick and whatever bits of cardboard and other stuff we have around.
We include engineering, we include a bit of maths, a bit of technology, but obviously still try to link that with the collection. So we try to find people who appreciate art, but think about art in a completely different way than we would have in the Chesterfield Library.
Sit down, have conversations, don't be afraid to fail. Try things you've never heard of before. If the idea is ridiculous, it means it's never been done before, so it's worth progressing.
They've been working together ever since the first museum was opened hundreds of years ago, and it's just a matter of do we accept that they're actually at the heart of our institutions rather than at the fringes.
The history of making is the history of museums, so the future of museums is also the future of making. And I think what we have to go back to is the origins of this inspiration for making.
If you can get someone into your space, into your exhibition, into your event, making things, not only have they learned something, they've created something. And that's part of the co-creative process, which I think is so exciting about museums in this century.
When you start inviting this creativity, the museum itself changes as well. Curators' roles were turned upside down. People who never had any more responsibility than writing text labels all of a sudden turned out to be the world's best storytellers.
Makers are tinkerers. They're out there inventing and trying and iterating and experimenting with new ideas. And I think not just museums and galleries, but anybody anywhere in the world can benefit from that sort of approach.
There are incredible and diverse creative approaches that museums are taking to engage with new audiences. The Creative Museum brings these new ideas to light and shares them freely with other museum practitioners.
The next step of the project would be to experiment and train museum professionals to these creative practices.
Our audiences really want new development in this sphere, and I think sharing knowledge and new best practice is really going to result in a lot of new ideologies, new projects, new ways of doing things, and a new definition of what both maker and museums are.